prove back, that confidence, that stop hiding this. I mean, how many of you are hiding from pictures, hiding from seeing your friends and family because you're embarrassed? How many of you cover up and hide those embarrassing, belly jiggles or rolls, or how many of you are hiding by wearing compression garments every day? Um, when do you want to stop hiding? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. When do you want to stop hiding and come out and live life to the fullest? The only way to live life to your fullest is to continue on the path to constant and never ending improvement. You have to continue to get better. And, unfortunately, I think what a lot of us believed was, after a certain point in our life, we've had enough, we've worked hard enough, we've done enough, and it's, now I just want to be comfortable. And that comfortableness, that like I'm okay where I amness, that's what stops you from advancing. That's what stops you from growing. That's what stops you from becoming what you're supposed to be. As you advance in your life, you're only going to feel better if you're getting better. If you are less than what you were in your younger days, you're going to feel like you're over the hill, and you're going to refer to yourself with this negative language. I'm over the hill. It's past my time. And I'm, headed to the. I'm just like, it's like you're speeding your way to the grave. And I know that you don't want that. Nobody wants that. So the question is, how are you going to start living a better life? How are you going to start feeling better about yourself? How are you going to start having more energy, be healthier, have the ability to work harder on yourself and improve? How are you going to get that? Now, obviously, it takes some sort of motivation. You have to. It's really, in my opinion, it's a simple choice. Maybe not so simple for some people, but it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. You have to make, and you have to ask yourself the right questions, and determine what you want out of your life. Because in our life, if you have no direction and you don't know where you're going, it's as if you're leaving the house without a map. You're jumping in your car and you have no idea where you're going to go. And when that happens, you will drive in circles. And when in fact, many of us in our lives, we don't have a direction, we don't know where we're going, and we're just driving in circles. Either that, or we pull over to the side and we park because we're comfortable where we are. And when you pull over to the side and park, life passes you by. What was new to once is new, becomes old to you. When you don't improve, you don't change, you don't get anything different in your life, life gets boring, life gets depressing. And at some point you decide, you know what, I got to get back on the road, I got to get doing again, I got to start taking action. And that's where I hope our paths collide, because I'm all about action. I'm all about taking that next step and improving my life personally. And I hope to be a positive example for all of you out there watching as to what is possible with your life. Really exciting news I saw earlier today. One of our previous patients, Rebecca Rexrow, she posted some pictures and she looked phenomenal. She's 2.5, 3 years or something like that. Post her procedure, she had 360 lipo. She also had her upper body treated with her chin, and she has taken very strongly to my speech about becoming healthy and constant and never-ending improvement. And she has improved herself, and she is doing all the things that are necessary, and she's becoming an example for all of us to follow. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch people like that are taking those next steps. And it's also been a journey to watch, and something that has happened over time. It didn't happen overnight. It's been a couple years for Rebecca, and we watched her go from a very heavy set young lady to a very lean, confident, happy individual. And it's I think it's inspiring, especially when you're that person where she started. When you're overweight, you're struggling maybe financially, you're struggling mentally, you struggle, maybe in your relationships. When you don't improve yourself, it seems like you'll struggle in everything. And Contrast to that, we have the ability to improve every aspect of our lives. So, if you say my relationships are struggling, you have the ability to improve that. And there's ways to do it. And if you don't know how, you know what? There's tons of books. And the internet is full of people that will give you opinions on how to improve your relationship. It's just a matter of you taking the steps, taking the action to make it happen. You want to change your body? Tons of options out there. You want to lose weight? There's so many options. It's just a matter of choice. If you make the choice, change can happen. Thin ladies love liposuction. Look, she wasn't that big. You've seen larger patients than mine, but you can see how big of a change it makes to take out that little layer of fat. Again, this is just like having a blanket over your body, and you're covering up what's underneath. And just this little bit of fat it causes the shape to be more square. It fills in those gaps, so there's no differentiation between the body parts. And for women in particular, you want to have differentiation. You want to have a little bit fuller up top, a little bit fuller in the backside. So we have that differentiation between the top and the bottom. But when you fill in the middle, it's like a box. You're like a square box, and you'll hear me refer to people like that as SpongeBob SquarePants. And I don't mean it as a condescending, as a mean, but it is a visual. You get a clear visual, and you understand what I'm talking about. And I say this not because, again, I'm trying to be mean, but rather to say that we can change it. We can solve those problems. You don't have to be square anymore. No one does. Even the larger individuals, you're pushing 200, 250, 300. We can still help. You see what we can do with larger individuals. You see how that fold hangs over before the procedure? You can barely see her underwear, or in this case, her bikini bottom. And after the procedure, that belly's gone. That fold is gone. The belly button looks different, right? You see what happens with you see when gravity pulls this round circle down and everything pulls down, it ends up becoming a vertical hole, vertical belly button. When you take the weight off of there, everything kind of contracts back and it becomes more of a circle. It takes on a different look based on gravity. And you'll see this on many people. And it's pretty fun to watch it because the belly button, it's right there. It's an obvious thing. And so when the belly's hanging over, some people get their belly button turns into the sad face. And, man, you can barely even see her belly button in there. But you can tell when you lose a dramatic amount of weight and we take a significant amount of fat off there, all of a sudden the belly button, appears more, normal, whatever normal is. So, any questions you guys might have? If you are interested in getting this procedure, right now is a phenomenal time to take advantage. We have this 15% off special going on right now. The deal with this is you need to place a deposit by the end of this month and get the procedure by the end of next month. Really easy. And this week in particular, we had a phenomenal week sucking fat out of people. I got lots of practice on doing a 360 lipo and a BBL. We had 6 patients that got that this week. So I got lots of practice, and you know what? Every time I do these procedures, I'm improving. I'm getting better, and I'm learning new ways to get better results. So my hope is that next year you're going to see the results are going to continue to improve. The patients are going to continue to get better results, better looks, and as I see the results when they come out, I evaluate myself. I evaluate what my skills are, and I'm constantly improving. So the stuff that I teach you, the stuff that I'm preaching, I am 100% on board with it and teaching myself. I'm constantly improving, constantly trying to get better, and that's how these results keep getting better. Is I'm personally getting better, and the same thing in your life. The only way your life is going to get better is if you consciously get better. That's every aspect of your life. You want to improve at your job, then you need to start educating yourself. You need to start working harder at it. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert, become the master of a skill. And while that may be true, if you put in more time per day, you'll knock out those 10,000 hours a lot quicker. And it's your choice. You look at people like, examples of superstars that took advantage of this at a young age. People like Tiger Woods, and they said he started playing, hitting the golf ball like 4 or 5 hours a day from the age of, I don't know, 2 or 3. I mean, it was phenomenal, right? So he put in 10,000 hours by the time he was 14 or something like that, which made him an expert. And he was already doing things at a very young age that nobody could believe. I mean, even the greats, the people that have put tens of thousands of hours into the sport couldn't believe. So, not that you may be striving to be as great as Tiger Woods, but the point is to be able to see that the potential of putting in the effort. If you put in the effort, you will get the results. If you put in the effort to improve yourself, you will get the results. It's just a matter of time. You imagine your life is like a path. If you're on the path of getting worse, it's just a matter of time till you get worse. If you're on the path of getting better, it's just a matter of time till you're getting better. It's improvement or decline. The choice is yours. And you've heard me say this before, perhaps, that you're either green and growing, so meaning you're always trying to improve, you're getting better, you're getting bigger, just like the fruit. You're either green and growing, or you're ripe and you're rotting. So once you hit that ripeness, it's only a matter of time till we know it's rot, right? So you want to get off of this I'm comfortable, I'm good the way I am, life is good right now, I'm cool, I'm just gonna stay right here. Having that mindset, it's just a matter of time until things slide. And I can tell you from even the highest of highs, okay, I'm a super high achiever. I push myself to all kinds of limits, and as soon as I get to that point where I'm like, all right, I'm tired, I'm comfortable here, things are going well, it's just a matter of time now I start sliding downhill. And this happens with my workouts. I used to do run marathons and endurance races, and when you're not training and you decide I'm good, I'm tired, it's just a matter of time you start sliding back downhill, and it takes a lot longer to get back up that hill. It's not easy to get back up that hill once you slid down. So it's way easier just to maintain and stay where you are, but it's a slow, steady improvement. You don't have to be like going straight up to the top. You can do a slow, steady improvement on a daily basis, and it's just simple habits. You'll find that in your life, the discipline, the art of discipline, the skill of discipline, the ability to do what you say you're going to do, it's really something. If you don't have it, you got to develop it. It's very, very powerful. You can do anything you want in your life, but you actually have to do it. People that say, I should have done this, I should have done that, they have regrets in their life. When they get older, they regret that they didn't do things. Then they say they're too old to do it. It's too late. They make excuses of why they didn't do it. Then they have further regrets later down in life. And, maybe you don't mind that. Maybe you don't care that you'll have regrets later in life. But if you think you're not going to like having regrets later in life, because this is your one life that you have right now, might as well make it the best. Might as well do everything that you can to enjoy and live to the fullest. Might as well. What's going to have you, I'd rather be, dead and thinking, man, I was tired. Because now you get your final day of rest. But don't spend your life thinking, oh, I'm cool, I'm just gonna chill right here, we're just gonna wait, because you're just waiting for the last day. We get so many breaths in this life, so many heartbeats. That's it. And I don't mean to be grim, but sometimes you need someone to like shake you. Wake up. It's time to start living. It's time to start being all that you want to be. You see these pictures, stop being jealous of these girls. It doesn't have to be, it can be you. You are the one. And the reality is you are the one that makes the decision. You decide, do I want to live a better life, or do I want to stay right where I am? I spoke with a lady today, and she's like, oh yeah, but well, that's expensive. Yeah, but how expensive it is to stay the way you are. How much is it going to cost you to stay the way that you are? And you may not, you're like, oh, well, the dollar-wise, it's cheap, yeah. But you know what? Fast forward in a decade with the health problems that you have because of this extra fat that you're carrying. Fast forward and see the problems that you're going to have because of the things that you're doing. And if you can have the insight foresight, the ability to see your future based off of your current present situation, and that if you continue to do the things that you're doing, if you can have the ability to see where you end up, man, it's powerful, because then you're able to change. See, baby, you say you're jealous because you wish you had the money. Well, you know what? Every single one of these girls, they did what they had to do to earn it, to deserve this body, to deserve the life that you have. We all do. Look, nobody gets money for free. Nobody, it's like, I found 20 bucks on the ground once, but I'm not going to rely on that. I do what's necessary for me. And nowadays there's so many options. You can go be an Uber driver. You can, you can sell stuff on Amazon, eBay. There's so many side hustles. If you want to do stuff, you'll search. If you want something bad enough, you'll figure it out. And if you don't, you'll make excuses. You'll stand on the sideline and say, "Wow," you'll be an observer to life. You'll just observe. Man, I wish. Wouldn't that be cool? Hey, look at that person. They're doing great. That'd be so much fun. Wow, that's gonna be cool. Man, look at that. Some people want to sit on the couch and watch other people live life all day long, and that's, maybe that's for you, not for me. Nope, not me, my friend. I'm out there living my best life. Okay, payment plans. There are payment plans. Baby, you say you're a single mother of 6. Literally, we just did yesterday, 2 days ago. I had a patient, Barbara Shaw. She's sharing stuff on a private Facebook group, this My Shape Lipo support group. Mother of 6, single mom. She's got all kinds of stories, but one of the things I was talking to her is she was telling me all her stuff, all the hard times, all the things, and then the fact that she was able to get the body that she wants. And I was just explaining to them, like, you get what you deserve. And if you deserve to get these things because you worked your ass off for them, because you struggled because you sacrificed to get what you want, then you get what you deserve. If you don't work for it, you don't sacrifice for it, then you just don't get it. And that's anything in life. I'm not saying, financial, this is anything in life, whether it's financial, whether it's, the job promotion, whether it's, excelling in sports, whether it's excelling in relationships. It's, you get what you deserve. And if you put the effort in, you put the work in, you get what you deserve. Life is like that. It rewards doers. The universe rewards doers. So if you want to be rewarded, you got to start doing. That's fair enough. What's up, Jessica? So, baby, we also have there's a payment plan, so where you can put, it's kind of like a layaway plan. So you put monthly payments down every month, and then when you're paid in full, we can go ahead and move forward with the procedure. We also have options for financing, where you can get financing for the procedure, then you pay monthly payments to the third-party financing. Okay, we got a D Farm on YouTube says, do you do buddy discounts, like if a friend and I want to both get a procedure done? So right now, you'll see behind me, we have 15% off. So this is the best buddy discount you're gonna get. If you come together, 15% off is a big discount for liposuction. This brings it into reach for many people. It helps pay for travel expenses now with these other increases in our economy. And to be honest with you, look, all businesses are raising their prices right now, so the expenses are going up, and expenses are going to keep going up from my understanding. And the government is purposely trying to increase the interest rates, which is going to make everything more expensive. So your houses are going to be more expensive, your cars are going to be more expensive, all the money that you're borrowing is going to be more expensive because interest rates are going up. When you're ready to change your life, it's a matter of making a decision. And then it's a matter of doing what you say you're going to do. So if you say you're going to cut out sugar, then actually cut out sugar. If you say that you're going to go to the gym once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever you say you're going to do, you got to do it. This is how you build discipline. And discipline is one of those things that's like a psychological thing. It's something in your subconscious. It's almost like a muscle. And so the more that you do the things that you say that you're going to do, the more you build that muscle. And you can do this consciously. And it's simply by, and the best way to do this is writing things down. You write down a goal and you actually check it off. Say that I did it. It's that simple. You say you're going to do something, you actually do it, and you check it off. And every time you do that, that's a small win for you. And that, what does that do? It builds your confidence just a little bit more. Every time, just a little bit more. And as you keep building, you start, like one day you're going to go up a little bit, wiggles up, it wiggles up, slowly goes up. And eventually, when you start seeing results and you start feeling better about yourself, and all of a sudden you start having more confidence, smiles come more often, and the energy that you put out into the world becomes more and more positive. And as you put more positive energy out in the world reflects it back to you. And as I said earlier, the universe rewards doers. And just as I said that, Miss Audra Israel jumps on, and she is a perfect example of the type of person who really just starts taking action. And if you follow Audra, you'll see that she has done things. She gets out of her house and she moves. She's not sitting on the couch. She's actually doing things, and then she's taking pictures and she shows it off. And whether you show the things that you're doing or not, that's up to you. That's social media. But you got to start doing. You got to get off the couch. Stop being a spectator in life and start living it. So D Farm says, do you have any recommendations for weight loss goals? My BMI is currently 34. Should I be lower? Nope. We suck fat from people. You don't need to lose weight. If you have more fat, we suck more fat. These people are like in their 40 BMI, so you're way below most of the patients that we have. So 34 is you're doing just fine. We can help you. We can make a huge dramatic change for you. No need to go do any crazy stuff. If you have fat, let me suck it off. The interesting thing is, when patients lose significant amounts of weight, the fat is actually more difficult to get off the body. Weird, right? It's really weird. I don't understand why it is, but the larger individuals, coincidentally, the fat seems to come out easier. It's odd. I'm not sure exactly why. I have some theories on it, but I don't know why. But I can tell you that I do know, because I've done thousands of these procedures. When you lose a dramatic amount of weight, I'm talking like 70, 80, 100 pounds, it's actually more difficult to get the fat off then than it is when you had the weight. My thought process, you want to hear my theory? This is theory. So as you lose weight, the fat cells, they're like little marbles, right? They're round. But as you lose weight, those cells get smaller and smaller. And as they get smaller, when you're heavier, as you have this big belly hanging, your body has to create more connective tissue to hold all that fat together, to hold it from falling to the ground. So your body creates a bunch of connective tissue, fibrous tissue, and it's like little strings that are holding the fat up so it doesn't fall to the ground. And as you get bigger, you need more and more of this connective tissue to support yourself. So in order to when you lose weight, the fat cells shrink, but now you have an abundance of connective tissue, and that connective tissue gets closer together because the fat cells are significantly smaller. So now when we go to remove fat, there's an abundance of connective tissue, but not a whole lot of fat cells there. So when that happens, it's much more difficult to get the fat out. So we have to work a lot harder, and the results are less satisfactory. So there's got to be clearly some balance. There's a balance where, being 300 pounds, you obviously need to start losing weight for health reasons. So as you're losing weight, getting liposuction is like a kickstart, a catalyst, as I like to call it, in that it helps you to kind of push you over this hump of feeling like you're not seeing results. When you do liposuction, you get the results and you get them quick. and you're able to see the results, which gets exciting and it's motivating and makes you want to keep going, and it makes you want to show up. You know, when it's time to go to the gym, you show up. When it's time to make a decision for dinner, you show up and make sure that you are aware, you're conscious, and you're making the proper decision that is in line and congruent with your goal. See, this is where the goal starts coming in again. If you have no goal, then there's nothing to be congruent with. You just eat whatever you want at the moment. Hey, I'm hungry for ice cream. You know, you whatever you want, and you eat as much as you want of it because you have no limitations. You haven't set any limitations on yourself. You've never set any goals for yourself. But when you set goals and you set restrictions, it's just a matter of following the rules. You already know how to follow the rules, right? All of us, we've been programmed since little kids to follow the rules. Get in line, follow do this, do that, and we've been told what to do. So all of us know how to follow the rules. Some of us don't want to follow the rules, like myself, but we know how to follow the rules. So when you set up rules for yourself, all you have to do is follow them. And you may not like it per se. You may not like some of the things that you need to do, but you have to have the cognition, the awareness that in doing these things, it's going to make me better. So, a small sacrifice today is worth its weight in gold tomorrow. And if you don't have that insight, then you're going to struggle, and it's going to be more of a challenge, because you'll be wondering, why am I doing this? Oh my God, this is so difficult. And as you in your mind, if you start telling yourself these things, it's much more difficult. It's much more of a challenge. But when you have people to look up to, mentors, we'll say, people who have been through what you want, then it's easier to follow the path that they have provided. People like Stacy Pierre, who's on here on Facebook right now. She's played the mentor for so many people over the years, and she's inspired and motivated, and every day she gets up with a smile on her face and she shows up. And when you do that, it's just a matter of time till your life improves, so everything gets better. And it's look, everything is not perfect by any means in anyone's life, mine included. I got issues, but I'm slightly improving every day. And because I'm slightly improving every day, I feel good about myself. My life's good. I'm happy. I feel like I'm getting better. I'm better than I was yesterday. And if you can say that, then life couldn't be any better. If you can honestly say to yourself that I'm better than I was yesterday, and then every day you gotta keep saying that, just a little bit better. Whatever it is, maybe you went for your walk, you did the things that you were supposed to do, you worked out, you lifted weights, you drank plenty of water, whatever it is that you need to do to be your best. Let's see, Stacy's talking to us here. Yeah, she's talking to Bebe. Yeah, it's slow. It's slow, but this is like the disciplines in life. And then when you deserve it, you get it. When you sacrifice enough, you get what you deserve. And I find that that couldn't be more true for my life. It couldn't be more true for my kids' life. They get what they deserve, and so, believe me, in a lot of cases, they don't deserve crap. But when they do the right things, they get what they deserve. And it's something that it's like the universe hears you when you're speaking, and the universe doesn't hear the words. So you can be saying, oh, I pray for this, I pray for that, I want this, I want that, and you can ask for everything that you want, but if you don't take action, universe doesn't care. Universe it favors those who take action. So you'll see these people, and it's not even the smart people, it's not the most capable people, it's those that take action, it's those that do. You'll see that there's people that never graduated college. They look, they can barely read. They struggle, doing basic things, but yet they're the ones that owns all the real estate. And they're the ones that own these businesses. I mean, look at Facebook. Facebook was a Harvard dropout. Look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates dropped out. So look, there's lots of very, very wealthy people that that we're not the smartest, not the fastest, not the best, but they figured it out because they did. They did. They took action. You know, we were talking about the woman who she started the brand Spanx. You know, those compression garments. You know, she's a billionaire now, off of compression garments. Compression garments. Why didn't I do that? Right? Yeah, it's a simple idea. It's an easy idea. But she took action. And she's a billionaire now because of it. Billionaire with a B. It's a lot of money. It'll change your life. That's what taking action has the potential to. When you take action, there's the potential for greatness. When you don't take action, when you don't make decisions, there's no potential. The potential goes right down the drain. So when you're ready to change your life, when you're ready to move past your struggles, move past your excuses, because that's really what we do, right? I'm too tired for this. I don't have enough money for this. I can't do that. It's too late. It's too early. You know, whatever the excuse is, you need to start recognizing that you're making excuses for why you can't have things in your life. Our 74-year-old patient, right? There's no perfection in life. There's only getting better. 74 years old. 74 years old, and she's staving off that rotting, right? You know, you either ripe and either green and growing or ripe and rotting, and she is still trying to grow. She's still trying to get better, still trying to improve. You know, she told me she likes to go swimming, and she's self-conscious of what the guys think of her. So she wanted to look better. She's had liposuction 4 times over the years. Has multiple areas, and she keeps improving. Stacy says, "What's up, Granville?"
Thank you, Stacy.
So Stacy was the winner of our 50% off contest that we're running right now, which I'm trying to encourage. I'm trying to encourage my previous patients to become more mentors for those of you who are interested in getting the procedure. So those of you who are just coming onto this channel, you don't know anybody, you don't know anybody who's had the procedure, you're questioning what should you do, is this really real, is this possible? Well, all these pictures are real. These are real people. This is Stacy right behind me, and she is there to answer your questions. And we have quite a few of our previous patients that are trying to win this contest now. And you'll find them on our private Facebook group primarily. But those of you who are going to be more successful with this influencer thing, you're going to have to, shall we say, fish outside of this pond. And so when everybody else is fishing in the same pond, you guys are going after the same fish. It's going to be a challenge to become the most influential. So getting outside of this little sphere of influence here that we've created, you got to get outside of the sphere and start drawing people in. And as you become that influential person, and maybe it's your friends and your family, once you've had this procedure, it's really easy. I mean, you go from this girl over here that's chubby and insecure to like rock star status over here with an hourglass figure. It's your friends and family are gonna be like, what the hell's going on? They're gonna be curious. They're gonna be wondering, how can I get some of that stuff? Right? I want some of that juice. And all I'm suggesting is don't be greedy. Share. Tell your friends, tell your family, explain to them how you got the body that you got, but also share with them the wisdom of how to maintain your body, how to continue to improve and grow and inspire people, motivate people. The people that I don't want to deal with are the ones that are looking to cut corners, looking to, instead of eating healthy, you decide you want to get liposuction. I mean, I'll suck your fat out, but you'll be back on my table, a year or two later because you gain weight. If you don't learn how to not gain weight, you're going to continue gaining weight. It doesn't matter if we suck all the fat off your body. It doesn't matter. The fat cells, a tiny little fat cell, will expand out and grow to be, huge, huge. So you don't need a lot of fat cells to get really big. but you need to eat a lot of food to get really big, really big. You need to over consume and eat more calories than you burn. And some people are like, well, I barely eat anything and I still gain weight. Well, maybe eat less. I'll be honest with you, I did fasting for a while. One of the reasons why I got so lean. And when you fast for 7 days, and come 6, 7 days, and you're like, you are on top of the world, because when you fast, all the toxins get out of your system, and your body starts actually working. All of the organs start working the way they should. You see, this is the craziest thing that I realize, is that your body already knows how to work. It already knows how to heal. Your body is perfection. It already knows what to do. The only reason that we struggle, and the only reason that we get disease, is because of the toxins that we put into our body. So when you stop putting the toxins in your body, meaning stop eating, when you stop hurting yourself, all of a sudden your body comes rejuvenated. It comes back, and it comes back better than ever. All you got to do is stop eating. It's insane. It really is. People are like, well, I need the food for energy. Total bullshit. And why do you eat food and then you're like, oh, I'm stuck on the couch because I'm so tired? That shouldn't be the way it is. You don't get your energy straight from the food. You get your nutrients from the food, but the energy is produced in your body. The energy is given to you. You draw the energy from the universe. You draw it from the air that you breathe, from the sun that you get. The food that you get. I'll be honest with you. I am not convinced that we need the food for energy. I'm not convinced about that, because it doesn't make sense when I can go 7 days without food and have way more energy and feel like a rock star after the 7th day of not eating. You would think that after 7 days of not eating, you would feel, down, tired, wasting away. That's what you would think, but it's certainly not the case. Trust me. And if you don't trust me, try it. Try fasting. Try not eating. See what happens. You got 100 pounds to lose, stop eating for a week. See what happens. You're not going to die, I promise you that much. Promise you. But the thing that sucks is what happens when you stop eating is your body actually starts dumping all those toxins out into your system. And when that happens, sometimes if you're a very toxic individual, those toxins come into your system and they'll make you feel like crap. And sometimes it can be pretty bad. So you got to take it slow. You got to detoxify your system, cleanse. You can do cleanses, juice cleanses, to cleanse out your organs, cleanse out your system. You can do colon cleanses, so where they blow water up your pipe, get the bad stuff out of there. Sweating, so in a sauna, so we sweat out a lot of toxins. These are all ways to get the toxins out of our system. The toxins are something that, look, we are all exposed to toxins, all these environmental toxins, the food that we eat, the chemicals that we put on our body through lotions. We're all exposed to it. So it's a matter of detoxifying and cleansing your system. The more, we're all being exposed to those things, so you have to actively be processing and trying to eliminate the toxins quicker than they can clog up your system. Because what happens is when you become toxic, your body starts shutting down. Your organs become, instead of 100% efficiency, to become like 30% efficient. So what do you think that does? It makes it so your metabolism takes a dump. All right, let's see. There's a couple questions there. Okay, Jess B says, are you saying diet or stop eating? I just joined. So, and then Baby Nee says, so what you put in your body if you don't eat for 7 days? So it's called a water fast. And so Jess B, I was suggesting specifically right now is if you and we were talking about toxins in the body, and fasting is a perfect way to eliminate toxins and detoxify your body. But if you are very toxic, you got to start out a little bit slower and perhaps do juice cleanses to cleanse your body, cleanse your organs. Because when you just jump right into a straight detox, your body will dump the toxins into your system, and you'll probably feel bad for a little while. Okay. Okay, Raquel, just enjoying some sunbathing in my bikini thanks to my shape lipo. That's awesome. This is a no-brainer. Book your procedure, and this is Raquel right here. You know, it's really it's to me it's a no-brainer too. I mean, I see this stuff all day long, but if you don't know, jump in the group and talk to these girls. You know, these girls, and you'll hear this time and time again. This is not just like some bullshit testimony you'll see on Google or Yelp or some crap like that. That's fake stuff where my competitors come in there and leave some negative things or whatever. This is real people, real stories. I mean, like, and why do you think my previous patients keep coming back to these lives? They keep coming back to inspire other people, to help other people, because there's like a sense of gratitude, right? When you're I feel like I am so grateful that I've been given this skill, this ability to be able to do this and help people out, and it was given to me. I had this energy was given, and I worked it out. I figured out how to focus my energy that is given every morning. I wake up and I have this energy. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with it? Well, today I started focusing, focus, and I focused my energy on becoming the best that I can become. And as I become the best that I can become, I have the ability to do this and help other people. And that's why you guys want to come from all over the country, all over the world. I have patients flying in from all over the world, from Canada, had them come from South America, even from Europe, Ireland. Look, they come. And they say, build it and they will come, right? No, man, I built my body, I built my mind. And they come, I promise they come. And the results are there to show there's a reason why they come. There's a reason. And if you don't know, go talk to the actual people. Don't fall prey to the BS, fake reviews and testimonials that other companies have. This is the real deal, and you can communicate directly with the individuals. So go on a private Facebook group. It's My Shape Lipo Support Group. It's on Facebook. Search it up. You find it on there, and these are the girls you're gonna find. And you'll talk to them. They're real people. So, baby, they have a water fast. And then those of you, maybe you're religious, fasting is in the Bible as well. And they have instructions in the Bible. The story with Jesus is Jesus fasted for 40 days before he started his ministry. And the belief was that he detoxified his whole body, cleansed his entire body, got all the toxins out of him, all the negativity out of him, and was able to elevate and rise his soul, his energy. And it was at that point when he was able to become the example for the world. And he's been the example for the world, his story, for thousands of years now. So fasting it's got a biblical background. In my opinion, I'm not really religious, but if you are, you should definitely research that stuff. And it does help you to connect with yourself. And some people connect with the spirit, connect with the higher being. Because as you eliminate all the toxins out of your body, you start to realize who you actually are, what you actually are, where you actually are. And some of you, as you get to that point, you'll start to understand these words that I'm saying. Because in many cases, a lot of these words are going right over your head. You don't get it. You don't understand it yet. But you got to actually start doing. Remember, the universe rewards doers, rewards action. Stacy says you can go 2 weeks. Like I said, Jesus did it for 40 days. Here's a good story, fasting story. I read this in a book. This doctor, he was I think I want to say a chiropractor, and he had rheumatoid arthritis and a couple other disease processes that made him miserable. He was miserable, and he was to the point where he couldn't sleep. And he could barely walk, he could barely move. He had so much pain. He was just so unhappy with his life that he wanted to kill himself. And so this doctor decided that he wasn't going to do this, shooting himself or whatever, like committing suicide. But he decided that he was going to stop eating. So he stopped eating, fasting, right? But he drank water still. So he got out about 5 days, and all of a sudden he could start sleeping again. 7 days, and he started getting his appetite, started coming back some. But he kept fasting. 10 days, his pain started diminishing. 14 days, he was able to sleep through the night. And he's like, holy crap, he thought he was going to die, right? But instead, he's getting better. And he ended up fasting for 21 days, and he was able to walk. He was able to sleep a full night. He was able to not take any pain medication, and it blew him away. He thought it was a miracle. God spoke to him, right? You know, God saved him, is what he believed. And so he vowed to universe, to God, whatever you want to say, he vowed that he would use this experience and knowledge to help others. And so that's exactly what he did. He changed his clinic around. He became a doctor that he treated anything, but he did it all through fasting. And so he created fasting protocols for all of his patients. And if you search, and I don't know the guy's name, but if you search into this, there's protocols for fasting. And his recommendation is you fast for as long as you need to until all your problems go away. And just like I said earlier, is when you fast, your body resets. It's amazing how this happens. When you're able to, completely cleanse out all the things that are causing the problems in your body will reset to the way it should be, and your organs will start working again properly. It's incredible stuff, it really is. There's data and science behind this stuff saying that they've cured diseases, not just taking drugs and make it better, symptom relief, but this is curing. They cure disease processes through fasting. You should try it, seriously. Especially if you're trying to lose weight, it's you're gonna lose weight, but if you don't change your habits afterwards and you go back to the old way, you're just gonna put the stuff right back on. It'll come back as quick as you lose it. It'll come right back on. So you have to change your lifestyle. And for me personally, so this is the way I started my life. My life change is I started the colon cleanse. That was my number one thing. You don't have to do it in this order. I started the colon cleanse. I did a juice cleanse. I did a 7-day juice cleanse to cleanse my system. And then I got into I cut out a bunch of different foods, all the negative foods. I cut out all sugar, gluten. I cut out meat. That was the basic stuff. So I cut out a lot of stuff out of my diet, and I slowly started adding stuff back in. And as you add stuff back in, you'll see how your body feels, and you'll realize that you don't have to have all that garbage, right? And I found that when I did eat meat, I felt like crap. See, once you detox your body and you cleanse your body and you fast for extended periods of time, you actually feel good. You feel really good, and it gives you a baseline of where you should be. So then when you start eating again and you start getting those headaches, you start getting bloated, you start getting drowsy, you realize that's not normal. That's not the way I'm supposed to feel. So you cut that out. And it's easier to cut that out. See, once you know what good is, it's easy to cut out bad. But the problem with most of us is that you have stayed a steady level of bad for decades. And you keep eating the poor food, the stuff that you shouldn't be eating, that's causing the bloating, that's causing the swelling, that's causing the irritations, that's causing the tiredness. You keep doing that stuff, and so you believe it's normal. And you're like, what should I do? Oh my God, woe is me. The world's against me. That's bullshit. Stop making excuses and stop feeling sorry for yourself. Start taking action. And if one thing doesn't work, you try another thing. That's it. There's no secrets. Someone's like, what's the secret to success? There's no secret. There's just do everything. Not just one thing. You see all these diets out there. There's like literally hundreds of them. Try them all. One at a time. That's it. Right? It's not complex. Drink plenty of water, walk, get plenty of sleep, foundational stuff. Once you get these basic things right, your life becomes easier. And all the problems that you had, they just fade away. You don't even think about them anymore. Once you can eliminate this swelling out of your body, that's really, for me personally, that was the magic of cleansing and detoxing and fasting. Once you get towards the end of your fast, is where all of the swelling goes away. I think it takes probably 3 to 5 days. all the swelling will get out of your system. And as the swelling gets out of your system, that's when it's like, oh my gosh, everything feels good. It feels like you're the Tin Man that just got lubricated, right? All your joints feel good. Your mind is clear, so all that clouded mind, your memory is impeccable. Your smile, it's like you're glowing. Glowing. I'm telling you, fasting is amazing. See, Stacy, and I do the same thing. We do this intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is the concept of you eat for a block of time. So a 6-hour block during the day is you can eat. And you can do that any time of the day. So you eat within the 6-hour block. The recommendations for most people would be, for me personally, I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I don't eat till about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, sometimes even later. Then you can eat whatever you want, is my understanding. I still eat healthy stuff, but you eat whatever you want for that 6-hour block. And what this does is it gives your body and your organs, your colon, it gives them an 18-hour time period of not working. And just like I said earlier, your body resets. So when you allow for rest, your body will reset and regrow. But if you're constantly churning, constantly moving using these organs, they never get a chance to rest. And when they never get a chance to rest, eventually it gets burnt out, just like you do. You need a rest. I need a rest. Your organ needs a rest. And it's more than just the time you sleep. You can't be eating for 18 hours and sleep for 6 hours and expect your body to be functioning properly. It's just not going to work that way. What's up, Corinne? Okay, baby says, I want to know because I've been dieting and exercising for 2 months now and I lost 23 pounds. That's why I asked about the no eating for 7 days to see if I can lose more. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You should, do your research though. There's a little bit more to it than what I'm saying here. There are books on this, so you can read the books. And you want to do a prep, prepare yourself, but you're not going to die. Believe me, you're not going to die from not eating for 7 days. That's not going to happen. But if you are toxic going into something like that, you will feel worse. And the reason is because, like, let's say you have all this fat. Toxins are stored in the fat, by the way. So you have all this fat, and then when you start losing that weight, the fat cells themselves, remember, they shrink up. The fat cells themselves will shrink and it spills over all the toxic material. Then that toxic material goes into your organs, and your organ detoxifies you and gets them out. This is the way our body works, which is amazing, right? But as that happens, you might get headaches. You might feel like you feel crappy because all these toxins are getting dumped into your system all at once. So until those get out of your system, you may feel like crap. So maybe your first cleanse, maybe your first detox might be a little bit more challenging. But again, I would suggest first doing I like doing the colon cleanse again, and you can do a series of the colon cleanse where they shoot some water up your pooper and it gets all that stuff out of there. And then they believe, I've heard some experts believe, they say that some people have up to 20 pounds of just like garbage caked to the walls of their colon. And that causes obviously bloating, and it's and when the stuff is caked to the walls of the colon, you don't get proper absorption of the nutrients. So if you're not getting proper absorption, although you may be eating, you may not be actually absorbing the nutrients, which means you're malnutrition. So imagine this: you're eating a bunch, you're heavy, you're overweight, but you're malnutritioned. Doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, but this stuff happens. Doctors don't talk about it. They don't want you to know. You go in there, you're like, I'm tired. Like, oh, here's some coffee. Drink some caffeine. Worst thing, right? The doctor's like, oh, I got a headache. Okay, well, we're gonna give you some migraine medication. They don't even think about what's causing it. They don't give a shit. See, wake up, people. They don't give a shit. They don't care about you, the real you. They don't care about you. All they care about is solving that one little problem today, but they don't care what caused it. They're not solving problems. They're just covering it up. And, maybe you want to be part of that world. But then some of you, maybe you wake up and you realize that they're taking advantage of you. they're just taking your money and covering up your problem. They're not solving any problem. You go to the doctor to solve your problem, not to get it covered up. But that's not what happens. They just give you pills. They cover it up. And what happens is eventually those pills stop working, or more importantly, what if those pills start causing more problems? In fact, that's usually what happens. You get on the medication, and those medications start causing other issues. And you go to the doctor, like, whoa, man, I got this issue now. They say, oh yeah, well that's just a side effect of the cholesterol medication. We're just going to give you this one too. That'll help solve that problem. So they give you another pill, and next thing you know, you're taking blood pressure pills, plus you're taking this pill, and you're like, whoa, but I get GERD. The acids are coming up. Oh, no problem. Hey, we'll just give you another pill for that. And so they give you another pill, and now you're taking 3 pills. And you say, wait, but my joints are hurting, I'm sore, I'm achy. When I told you that's typically from the toxins that are causing the inflammation in your body. But the doctors will be like, no, hey, well, let's give you this Motrin. Motrin, yeah. Motrin will help. It'll take away that inflammation. Okay, cool. So you're like, okay, now I got 4 pills. Now the Motrin, it causes stomach irritation. It causes reflux acid. And so, okay, now we need to give you something to that because we don't want to cause a ulcer in your stomach. So now you got 5, 6, 7 medications. The next thing you know, you're 60, 70 years old, and you got a whole little laundry list of medications that you're taking. And I can't tell you how common that is. It's a shame. I mean, if you don't believe me, go ask your grandma or your grandpa. I'm pretty sure that they have that because they got caught up in that routine. They got caught up in medicine, and once you start, you can't stop. It's a slow slide downhill. Okay, Jess B says, I want to detox, but I don't want to lose any weight. I know, I am super lean. Right now I have like a 5% body fat, and I love doing my detoxing and fasting. Fasting, I swear, you feel like a freaking rock star, and it's amazing. The downside is you lose weight, but if you're heavier, that's a blessing, right? When you're lean, it's you do what you got to do. So I work to gain weight, so then I can do a fast and lose it quickly. But what are you gonna say? But you can lose weight, and then after a fast, you just start eating again. The weight comes right back. But just make sure you're working out. You're gaining muscle still. Say, when do you stop eating if you eat after 5? I know, right? I eat after 5. I do, honestly. I eat for like probably a 3-hour window. I have an extended fast throughout the day, and this is just, I don't know. I've been trying to eat more often, right? But I got in the habit. And see what happens when you don't eat very much. Your stomach actually starts to shrink. And then when you drink a lot of water, many cases, when you feel like you're hungry, it's really not hunger, it's thirst. And so when you drink a lot of water, you don't feel hungry. And then when I do eat, my stomach's smaller, so I just simply don't ingest as many calories. So, I like it. I'm lean. I'm happy with where I am. I have plenty of energy. I don't drink any coffee. I don't take any stimulants. I have plenty of energy. I wake up early. I'm able to work out. I'm able to do all the things that I need to do for myself to improve my body and mind. And it's working for me. So it's not for everybody, but like I said, try yourself. Ira says, now instead of eating hot Cheetos, I'll eat popcorn replacement. Okay. Look, everybody's on their own path. I don't know what your path is, but I can tell you this. Someone told me earlier that what they did is they kept eating exactly the same stuff, just cut the portions in half, and they lost plenty of weight. Same stuff, cut the portions in half. Can it be that easy? I think it can. I think it can. Try it. I mean, for me, for me it's worked. For you, it's worked, maybe. Okay, Spa, is it Spa Studio, dropping good knowledge. Hello, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. You know, it's funny because when I talk to people and they find out what I do for a living, uh, they're like, "Oh, you must get all these people that just want to lose weight." And then first, see, the first thing when the people find out that I do liposuction, they grab their belly, right? Oh yeah, I got some fat to get rid of, right? And then they think, "Oh my God, I don't have to diet anymore. I don't have to do anything." No, that's not the case. I don't want to deal with people like that. Because people that think that liposuction is a replacement for diet and exercise, you guys are on a failing. It's like you're like on the path downhill, and you know all I'm gonna do is make you go uphill. It's gonna be like a speed bump. They're gonna head back downhill again. So when you're ready to change your life and you're ready to live a better life, then you know you start making better decisions. And as you start making better decisions, everything in your life just starts getting better. It starts improving. And the fun thing is when you were expecting to lose weight, but when you realize that you're in a better mood, that you had more energy, that you're more flexible, that your clothes fit better, it's like it's all these little benefits that you weren't even thinking about. That's when the stuff gets fun. Sweet South 4. So information. So we have this quick quote system. You're gonna go to our website, myshapelipo.com. I also pinned the comment here for our instant quick quote. You just just copy and paste that link, and there's actually plenty of information on the quick quote system. I did frequently asked videos, so you'll see videos like myself just talking right now, answering a lot of the frequently asked questions. Then you can actually just answer some basic questions, answer some information about yourself, and you can get that quote immediately. Then when you're serious, once you got the pricing, you're ready to move forward. We do have this 15% off special right now, and this is not going to last. It's going to end the end of this month. So you have to place a deposit before the end of this month, which is a week away. Place the deposit, and then you're going to get the procedure by the end of next month. Ira says, it looks like I'm getting muscle definition. Going to post later on in the group of my progress. That's super fun. That's awesome. Is the payment plan on the website? Yes, it is. And you can call our office and they can help you get started on that process as well. We're here to help you. But see, Ira, dude, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, you got the results from the liposuction, right? Then you started working hard. You started pushing yourself. Because now all of a sudden the limits were lifted off. There is no limit anymore. You can do whatever you want. You can become whatever you want. You can gain muscle mass if you want. You can get the shape that you want. So my fun, like when you do arms like this and all of a sudden the girls start seeing their tricep back there and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's that?" They haven't seen it in a long time. It's always been there. It's always been there. It's always been there. My job is not creating these for you, it's uncovering it for you. So, baby, the deal is you have to place a deposit before the end of this month and you have to get the procedure by the end of next month. So if you can make that happen with whatever payment plan or financing you do, then yes, you can take advantage of the 15% off. Because the deposit goes towards the procedure, of course. Yeah, so it's a 25% deposit, and that locks in your date and time. So those of you that are coming in from out of state, you want to place a deposit, lock in your date and time, and then you can plan out your travel arrangements. And we're flexible. Like, let's say you place a deposit and you go look for airfare or hotel or whatever the case, or maybe you can't get off of work, and you call us up and be like, "Hey, I wasn't able to get a flight that time. Can I reschedule?" No problem. Just make sure you do it in advance. You can't call us up the night before and be like, "Hey, I wasn't able to get a flight. I'm sorry, we're not going to help you then." But if you call us a week before, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, and tell us you're having issues, no problem. We just change it. It's not a big deal. So don't feel like we're flexible. We're human. We'll help. Yeah, Iris says for 41 years old. Yeah, I'm like a rock star. I know. Hey, I'm 45 years old and I feel like a rock star. I feel like I'm in better shape than. Well, here's a good indication. I play indoor soccer and I play on the men's open league. And most of the kids that I play with are in their 20s. They're college level soccer players, and I'm able to play with them. I'm able to run with them. I'm able to not just play with them. I kick their ass. I've shown what it is, a little bit of knowledge and wisdom goes a long way, and you don't have to be super strong or super fast when you know what you're doing. Okay, can I do payment plan in 12 months? Yeah, there's lots of options. I'm not an expert at this stuff. This is something that the girls are better at. You talk about sucking fat out of people, like I'm the expert at that. But doing these finance plans, I don't do that stuff at all. That's my office staff. So call the office. They can definitely help you out. They're there right now. Yep, you can do a payment plan. Yeah, just to set it up. Look, anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. And if we're here to help you grow, help you advance. So whatever we can do to help, just let us know. So I'm gonna end this right now, but we have this 15% off special we're going on right now. You got to place a deposit before the end of the month and get the procedure by the end of next month. That's how you can take advantage of the 15% off. We also, for those of you who have had the procedure, we got this 50% off. Ira, you're going to influence some people now. You're making those big changes to your life. So make sure that you are taking advantage of this 50% off contest we have, and is geared towards influencers. And every patient is an influencer. You can influence your friends and family, those around you, those within your social sphere, your social circle on social media. Or maybe you're going into these groups, these liposuction groups or tummy tuck groups, and saving the people that are looking at tummy tucks. We can save those people. They don't have to get a tummy tuck. So take the opportunity to go out and do the things that are necessary to help other people, and that's all I'm trying to do. And if you can help more people, you're going to influence them to come change their lives, and if you influence more people, you're going to get 50% off your next procedure. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you get that quick quote. And when you're ready, sign up for the formal consultation and get your life started. There's no reason to stop. There's no reason to hold yourself back. You have one life to live. Let's do this now and have more time to live the good life. Our 74-year-old, the one thing she said is, I said, what do you regret? She said, I regret not doing this sooner. I regret not doing this when I was younger. Because she knows the value of feeling good about yourself. She knows it. So learn from her. Do your stuff, whatever you're gonna do it now. And have the rest of your life to live the good life, the best life. Become your best version. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.